Celtics, number 7,
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nikola Vucevic.
Seeing his rebounding numbers go down doesn't come as a surprise. When you're in the league as long as he's been, you start to think about taking care of your body, the longevity part. And that might mean being slightly less aggressive around those young bucks near the hoop. But he's still a valuable piece to have on this roster.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Boston, White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Shots good by Hart.
And now the game is really starting to...
Down low. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Smart play by Tatum in the pick and roll, disrupting the defense and getting himself open.
Now here's Brunson. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Hart from long range sinks it from distance. Hart's got 5 now.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
And it's the Knicks with the ball, following the bucket by Boston.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Bridges against Brown. Outside White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Brunson. And Boston again with the bucket.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
The Knicks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves. Yeah, with his size and build, Towns can be very forceful inside, and no one was able to stop him.
Brown, and the jam by Brown.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which team scored the most points off turnovers this past month. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
They've done a great job using their defense to create for them on offense. Turn it over against this team, and you're going to be in trouble.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Towns down low. Working on Vucevic. Buries it from 3. And it's a tie ball game.
And that is the shot they want Anunoby to take, and he excels in the catch and shoot.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. White drives in. Good. White's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Towns outside. Shot clock at 5. Rebound Boston.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Vucevic, a screen on Anunoby. And it's Boston scoring again.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
Outside Brunson. Towns against Vucevic. Pass to Anunoby. Hard against Tatum. Hard can't hit. Boston leading by 4. Here's Brown. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And that game, I love their mentality. They were focused on getting to the free throw line a lot and shooting a great percentage from them.
And converting free throws at a high rate, that's what you want to see as a coach.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
White against Brunson. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Vucevic. On the money from 12 feet away. Towns has got 6 points. Towns has gone 3 of 4 here from the field. Now Tatum. 17 points for him last game against Cleveland. Tatum with a screen. Here's White. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. Pritchard's checked in for Hauser. White hits them both. How much tinkering do you think coaches are still doing at this point in the season, Stan?
Well, plenty, believe me. Even if you're undefeated, there's always room for improvement. And now is when you want to start to make those adjustments.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Celtics making a switch here. Shireman's checked in. Sohan's checked in for New York. Outside McBride. New York working the ball around now. Brunson misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Boston leading by 8. And here's Tatum. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Sohan outside, from outside the arc. And Pritchard pulls it down. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Brown looking around to the middle. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
To the paint. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
3 on the clock. Here's Shireman. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 1:49 left to play in the first. Got a piece of it. Here's Brunson. He takes it in. Up and in on the layup.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Pritchard against Brunson. Outside Tatum. Counted. Tatum's got 6 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Jam it. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Pass to Shireman. Takes the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Robinson in the post. Now Sohan. Tatum with a steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside, Brown. Unloads. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Give him 8.
You know, Brown is just a really good jump shooter. Plus, his J looks good, too.
Here's Brunson. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Brunson.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Boston out in front. They lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
So it's Boston now. They've led by as much as 10. So on the floor for New York, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Alvarado with it. With the drive. And it's good. 2 points. Alvarado's got his first 2 points of the night.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Outside White. Here's the pick. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
The first one falls. And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
White hits them both. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as the when to help and when to stay home on shooters.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Shaman. Shireman grabs the board.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Pritchard surviving the D. Pass to Shireman. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Knicks trail by 10. Alvarado outside. Now Robinson. Here's McBride. New York again can't hit.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Shireman. Alvarado defending. Pritchard from outside. Hits a three-pointer. Pritchard's got his second basket on the night.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. He's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Shireman. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brunson's checked in. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. To the wing on the left. Towns passes to Brunson. Over Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. And again, the Knicks missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Brown, a screen on Towns. Here's Hauser. An easy 2 on the layup. Hauser's got his second basket.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Pass to Shaman to snap the cold streak. Queta pulls it in. Celtics lead by 15. White, the pass to Hauser. Right side Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Basket's good. And that's now 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Now here's White. McBride covers. White can't hit.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on White.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. Clarkson's checked in for Shamet. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York. But Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Brian?
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Pritchard. 13 points in the win against the Cavs in Cleveland.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
Now here's Clarkson. They trail by 14. Pass to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Here's Robinson. Boston pulls it in. They led by as many as 18. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Yeah, a dead-eye shooter. Don't expect Brunson to miss many of those.
Pass to Brown. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Wow, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. New York also changing it up. Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for McBride. Hauser. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. Brown with the steal. Brown takes it all the way to the rim.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Outside Hart. High post Towns. Doing some work on the interior.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. They lead by 11. Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. And Anunoby pulls it down. The Knicks have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Bridges passes to Towns. Cat playing big. Oh, my.
Excellent work by Towns, refusing to let the contact throw him off balance.
On the wing, Tatum. Plenty of space. And that's good for 2. Tatum's got 8.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots, and you build the lead.
And Brunson gets it to go.
They're really working the paint now.
Celtics lead by 9. Outside Pritchard. On the wing, Hauser. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Derek White.
And all of a sudden, his three ball has left him. It's been a rough stretch for him the past 5 games. His percentage from downtown isn't near what it once was, but he's not going to give up. He'll try to get it going here today.
And Boston with some changes. Vucevic comes in for Cada, and Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in. Now here's Robinson. He has 6. And Brunson, here we go. Misses from short range. To the inside. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the rim.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Brunson. 5 on the clock. Ooh, Brunson, the sweet lefty stroke.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
They set the screen. Inside. Here's Hauser. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Hauser's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability.
Anunoby passes to Bridges. Back to Anunoby. The 3. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Celtics lead by 10. Here's White, and he drives in. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. White against Brunson. Inside goes Brunson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Brunson's got 12 points in the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's Boston ending the quarter up 10, getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's just the players. They're letting them get too much fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points early or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kitty?
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Celtics.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots. been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. They led by as many as 18. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Sam Hauser out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. And he lobs it up.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. White against Brunson. The kick to Tatum. He's still feeling it. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 14 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, when it comes to his jump shooting, Tatum is extremely efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Towns against Vucevic. Towns passes to Brunson. 6 to shoot. From downtown, gets the 3 ball to go. Brunson's got 15.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
White with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Shots good by Hart.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Now White, he's got 12. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Brunson. Pass to Anunoby. Launches a 3. He buries it from 3. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, Anunoby likes that corner angle. He's very comfortable from there.
To the inside. Here's Brown. Outside Tatum. 4-3. Tatum drills the 3.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Outside Hart. Outside Anunoby. They set the pick. Here's the 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Shot's no good there. Now 6 for 8. Knicks trail by 9. Bridges outside. And the layup is good. Bridges has got his first basket.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Tatum with a screen to the middle. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking it. Make sure everybody's on the same page here. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
Well, you look at Tatum. He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Tatum, a screen on Bridges. Here comes Brown. Pass to Tatum. Outside White. Tatum with a screen. Hart with the defensive effort.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Brown, a screen on Brunson to the paint. Oh, look out! JB throwing it down.
Well, that's what White's out there to do. Share the ball and make everybody better.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. Down low. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 5. And here's Hart. He has 7. Here's Brunson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
Pritchard's checked in for Hauser. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pritchard with a screen on Hart. Here's Tatum. There's the drive. And Tatum finishes the drive.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Brunson surveys. To the paint. Right side Hart. Lets the 3 fly. And the Knicks miss again.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Brunson against Pritchard. Here's White. That one rolls around and rims out. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. Trailing by 5. Pass to Towns. And here's Brunson from the arc. Knocks down the long J. Brunson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Back to Brunson from deep three-point land. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Inside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Porty comes in for Hart. Shamet, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. And that one misses.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Outside Brunson. Shoots over Pritchard. And it's Brunson missing.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Gatus checked in for Vucevic. Shireman comes in for Brown. Outside Pritchard. Queta, pass to Pritchard. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Screen by Robinson. And here's Brunson from the arc. Boston pulls it in. Queta's got 4 rebounds in the game. Boston leading by 5. Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. Here's Shireman. Pure from 3-point range.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Brunson with it. 25 points in the game. That one's off. Still out of sync. Boston's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. From 17, Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 7 points.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Here's Shamet. Queta pulls it in.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
To the inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Knicks trail by 12. Outside Brunson. Pass to Diawara. There's a screen. This one for 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist here tonight. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Inside, here's Queta. And that one is hammered home.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Left side, McBride. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. That one on White. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Boston making a switch here.
What's up?
So it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Knicks, Jose Alvarado is out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Shamet in at the 3.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Towns, a screen on Brown. Up top, Robinson. Banked it in off the glass.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. The 3 ball. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Alvarado, left side. Now Towns. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
Well, Towns is sort of a rhythm scorer. He's been in a groove tonight, and his team recognizes that. They keep calling his number.
Hauser outside. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Left side, McBride. Towns up top. New York working the ball around now. Pass to Robinson. Clock at 6. With the fadeaway. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now here's McBride. He's guarded closely. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. To take the lead, Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Pritchard. Down low. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
Towns outside. To tie it up. Rebounded by the Celtics. Queta's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
McBride with it. Now guarded by Brown. Pass to Towns. McBride on the wing. Towns on a screen. Towns throws it down.
Well, Towns gives you some interesting options in the 2-man game. He can both pick and roll and pick and pop.
To the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Shamet, and it's New York scoring again.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did it ever work.
Here's Pritchard. 1 more assist, he'll be in double digits.
Yeah, you love his court vision, and especially the way he can get it into tight spaces.
Outside, Brown. Here's Queta. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night. The Knicks have gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. Alvarado, the pass to Towns. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Towns has got 12 points in just the second half. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Queta. Here he goes. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
Yeah, that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Alvarado with it. And Pritchard pulls it down. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Boston. They led by as many as 18. That one rolls around and rims out. For New York, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. Towns for 3, and the 3 falls for Towns.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
The Celtics have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser. Shireman comes in for Brown. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Shaman. Mikal Bridges checked in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. The 3 is up. Again, the miss by Boston. New York leading by 4. Up top, Bridges to the paint. Here's Hart, and he makes it on the layup.
Well, that's where you want to be, getting those easy money looks.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Shireman. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity and stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Outside Anunoby. Hard outside. Towns, a screen on Tatum. Outside Anunoby. The 3 is in.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Celtics trail by 7. And there's a pick. Here's White. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
He's been in a big spot or 2. Get it to NBA champ Derek White.
Brunson. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Boston has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Tatum. Ooh, rugged finish from Tatum.
Well, you know who their number 1 option is when they need a big bucket. And Tatum rarely disappoints.
And the free throw, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 3-point lead. Towns fires. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Fires the 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
And I think the crowd is admiring the long-range move.
Outside Brunson. Hard outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Brunson for 3. And rebounded by Tatum. 1:10 left in the fourth. Picked by Vucevic. White! Oh, he dropped in a sweet J.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the play.
Now here's Brunson. Rebounded by Vucevic. Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
Here's a pass to Tatum. Stolen by Bridges. Pass break. Here comes New York. Jalen Brunson running the floor.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. White. No good. Couldn't tie it up. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Outside Brown. Outside Tatum. Picked by Vucevic. Releases. Oh, a great look, but he can't get it to go. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
I'm here with Karl Anthony Towns, and Karl, it was a bit of a shootout out there, but you got it done. How special to you was this win?
I mean, it was big for a team that shoots threes like they do. It's about continuing to just keep playing hard and find ways to win, and we found a way to win tonight.
It's all about finding a way. Thanks, Kat.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.